In Altoona, Pennsylvania, girls basketball isn't just a game. It's a legacy, a tradition, even a dream.
Oh, that was everything back then. That's as a little girl in the sport of basketball. That's all you wanted to be, was a Lady Lion. I remember going to games in elementary school with my dad, watching the Lady Lions and saying, oh, I just want to be a Lady Lion.
I feel like when you're a Lady Lion and you're under Art Tannehill, there's always pressure to do the best, to be the best, to be number one, to go to the state championship. So that pressure never let up, for sure.
And in the mid-1990s, that dream once again became history.
When I think of the two teams being inducted into the Blair County Sports Hall of Fame this evening, I think of a Charles Dickens book, A Tale of Two Cities. But in this case, it's basketball teams, and the author, Art Tannehill.
The 1995 Altoona Lady Lions were built to win, a powerhouse roster with 5 Division I recruits, ranked among the best in the nation. And they had unfinished business, having settled for silver in 1994.
Coming off a tough loss in the state championship, we were definitely determined to get back to Hershey, and that was our number one focus.
It was probably the best learning experience that we could have, losing the state championship the year before, as hard as that was. We wanted to get back to Hershey in the worst way, and we wanted to win.
They responded the only way champions do, winning 21 of their final 22 games, in fact, averaging 65 points per night, and along for the ride, bleachers packed with students and buses loaded with fans.
Our atmosphere was fantastic. We packed the field house every night. The fans, I remember most about the fan buses. I mean, there were buses that came to the games, and we had as many fans at our away games as the home team did. Just a very supportive atmosphere and fan base.
When I tell them that we would take 1 to 2 coach buses to pretty much every single away game and pack a house for a high school basketball game, people are in awe. So it was just this part of the community and culture that everybody was around you and supported you when you were a teenager being a Lady Lion.
And in Hershey, the Lady Lions delivered.
A team that was expected to win the state championship game, and that's exactly what they did, defeating Allentown Central Catholic 54-37. Individually, Jessica Montrella became the 3rd player in Lady Lion history to score 1,000 points in her career. And in that state championship game, Jolie Summer joined that club, and she scored 5 points in the first 67 seconds to reach that plateau.
A state title, a mission fulfilled. But what came next, almost no one saw coming. The 1996 team had lost 5 Division I seniors, lost its headlines, and lost its expectations.
I just didn't think they gave us, a chance. And I knew we had a chance because I knew what our team was. We had a great team. We played together for so long, and I just knew. And we've had the experience of being in the state championship 2 years prior. And I knew we could do it.
When we got to this 96 team, and we started out, we were just unexpected. The kids did so many things so well.
From a 3-4 start to 22 wins in their next 23 games, the Lady Lions didn't just improve, they believed.
Logistically, our team, we didn't have the size. We may not have the shooters on paper that the 95 team. But I assure you that the 96 team, that we had as much heart and we had a lot of hustle. We went into the season with not much of expectations. A lot of people doubted us, but we didn't doubt ourselves, right? So I like to remind people that the 96 team was the team that was the in practice pushing the 95 team, even the 94 team. We played with them.
Then in the Western Final came the moment that would define a legacy.
We were down like, I don't know, 1 or 3 or one point with like 35 seconds to go. And I called a timeout. And I ran the play called special. If I could have taken a picture, everybody looked at me like, are you crazy? And Humbertson missed the shot. she's missed that shot every day in practice. And the kids come over and work that play, and Humbertson got that ball right in front of that basket and put that baby in, and we won the state title.
That was like amazing. That was just shocking. I remember I banked it too, and Art said that too, like she banked it in, and it, like, I don't know, it was just magical how we all worked together and we could read each other so well by then. We had been playing together for so long that we could read each other like a book. And I just think our timing was so skilled that made a huge difference.
Back to Hershey, back to glory, back to gold. Another championship. 2 years, 2 titles, one unforgettable run.
That time of being a Lady Lion was just a great period of my life. This era was built around passion and hard work, but it didn't just start then. It started even before then, growing up in the culture of that Altoona Hill built around being a Lady Lion and what that meant, not only to young girls at the time, but to the Altoona community, a part of just being part of this like champion-driven mindset.
It was an incredible atmosphere for 16, 17, 18-year-old girls to play, and incredible. I remember fan buses going to our away games, and many of those supporters, they knew we were going to beat the team by 30, 40, 50 points, but they still came and supported us. So I don't know that there's another place or too many other places in the country that had the fan support that we did at Altoona.
I mean, how do you like match that again? Like, it was so magical and just like an anomaly to do it 2 years in a row.
One historic program, 2 different teams, 2 very different journeys. One expected, one unforeseen, but together they tell a special story. A story of discipline, of sacrifice, of belief.
And so, it was so expected and so unexpected in 2 different years. The kids were amazing. I mean, your group of kids were just amazing.
Unknown to us at that time, this would be the end of an era, as Coach Art Tannehill would later announce his retirement from the Lady Lions to take over the boys program. That was 30 years ago, and Altoona's last state championship game.
Looking back at it, retrospect now, it means so much more than it did at the time. And, my grandfather always said, you're going to appreciate this after the fact. And he was exactly right.
The years playing as a Lady Lion were unforgettable. The community that followed us, the businesses that supported us. I mean, it was just the times, the field house being packed with maroon and white, getting hit by Hershey Kisses, going into the state championship game. Memories that, those are unforgettable.
2 teams, 1 legacy. Forever champions. Congratulations to the Altoona Lady Lion basketball team's 1995 and 1996 state champions, and welcome into the Blair County Sports Hall of Fame.
What a ride. Hershey kisses everywhere. And now we ask members of those 2 teams to be over here right to our right, and who better than the longtime voice of the Lady Lions here, Ken Maier, to make some announcements. Come on down, Ken.
I'm so happy to be here in this position this evening. And there's some players and members of the team that are not here. Before we announce those that are here, I'd like to recognize those individuals. The ball boy, Justin Slepp, not here. Rachel Beerslecker, ball girl, not here. Tammy Carney Cooley was a manager, and she's not here either this evening. The players that are not here include Carly Klein, Christine Slepp Inman, Stacy Brynick, Wendy Taylor Safern, Tia Peretta, and Jessica Montrella Cronin. And so now I'm going to call them up one by one to recognize these members of the team that are here this evening. The first, the ball girl, Megan Bradley Hooper. The manager, Jamie Millward. Representing Heather Mile, who passed away, is her sister, Stephanie McGinnis. Tara Amorosa. Robin Steen. Terry Shore. Michelle Curran Morning. Dr. Christy Coral Smith. Heather Melnick Leitner. Jessica Yingling Martz. Devin Musselman Little. Karen Lenhart Dopp. Kelly Maier Jacobson. Deanna Jubeck. Tracy Tyler Taylor. Kim Stetter Hammond. Jill Humbertson Warren. Courtney Kaup. Michelle Lenhart Randazzo. Jill Bartley Helsel. Krista Thomas Ream. Julie Summer Leach. Assistant coach Amy Folkler Palfy. Assistant coach Jenny Moran Wilson. And the man, Coach Art Tannehill.